Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about some of the issues in the creation story in the Hazbin Hotel series. To avoid getting a copyright claim, I'm going to put this boring gameplay behind it. Okay.
Once upon a time, there was a glowing city protected by golden gates, known as heaven. It was ruled by beings of pure light, angels that worshipped good and shielded all from evil. Lucifer
Heaven was ruled by God, not angels.
was one of these angels. He was a dreamer
Quite the opposite.
with fantastical ideas for all of creation, but he was seen as a troublemaker by the elders of heaven.
He was the chief of the angels.
For they felt his way of thinking was dangerous to the order of their world. So he watched as the angels began to expand the universe in their
God did that.
ways. From the dust of earth, they created Adam and Lilith.
Okay. The Lilith story is the biblical equivalent of fan fiction. Just FYI.
Equals as the first of mankind, but despite this, Adam demanded control, and Lilith refused to submit to his will.
Accurate to Lilith's story, not accurate to Genesis, which this was supposedly based on.
She fled the garden. Drawn in by her fierce independence, Lucifer found her, and the two rebellious dreamers fell deeply in love. Together, they wished to share the magic of free will with humanity, offering the fruit of knowledge to Adam's new bride, Eve.
No. Firstly, even in the Lilith story, I don't think she had anything to do with this. And when Lucifer did it, it had nothing to do with wanting to help humanity and all to do with wanting to hurt it, because he knew this would cause them to disobey God and hurt them in the long run.
Who gladly accepted. But this gift came with a curse, for with this single act of disobedience, evil finally found its way into Earth. With it, a new realm of darkness and sin, and the order heaven had worked to maintain was shattered. As punishment for their reckless act, heaven cast Lucifer and his love into the dark pit he had created, never allowing him to see the good that came from humanity.
Okay, there's a lot of problematic stuff there. Firstly, Lucifer was sent to hell far, far, far before this. Secondly, that act was not reckless, it was purely malicious. Thirdly, it's acting like he genuinely cared about humanity when he kind of despised it and generally worked towards making our existence as horrible as possible. And still does, according to Christian teaching.
Only the cruel and the wicked. Ashamed, Lucifer lost his will to dream.
Oh, no. He kept dreaming of new ways to try and make humanity's existence a miserable hellscape. By the way, the design is utterly inaccurate.
But Lilith thrived, empowering demonkind with her voice and her songs.
No. So, even with my limited knowledge of the Lilith fan fiction, this would not have worked, as they would have seen her as an incredibly inferior because the demons were fallen angels.
And as the numbers of hell grew, so did its power. Threatened by this,
Oh no. Here we go.
heaven made a truly heartless decision. That every year they would send down an army, an extermination, to ensure hell and its sinners could never rise against them.
No. Heaven was in no way threatened by hell. The sinners had no way of escaping. The demons and Lucifer could, as seen in the Bible and in later accounts, but no, they were never in any position to affect God, and in Revelation, they are easily defeated when they attempt it.
But Lilith's hope remained, and her dream was passed down to their precious daughter.
No. The only semi-angelic beings in Christian tradition, if you take the word tradition, and depending on how you think of tradition, I'm sorry, I'm making it a bit confusing. The Nephilim, if you believe that is part of the tradition, which that's a debate, would be like this, but there was no mention of this in the Lilith story at all.
The princess of hell.
How would that work? Because how would someone know? That would not work because you have to break God's commandments to be in hell. And so you would not be able to be born into it. You know what? None of this actually made very much sense, and honestly, it was rather insulting just how far gone it was. Hope you have a nice day. See you soon. Goodbye.